Heaven's reward fallacy is a concept about the wrong idea that people have about being rewarded for their good deeds and their hard work. It's about how we as humans have this fallacy of control over our compensation for all the good we do in life. It's basically a faulty expectation that our sacrifices always pay off. And there is a great truth encoded in this idea, and that is our compensation for an outstanding performance or a righteous way of life does not come from the act itself, but rather from our own self-concept that then galvanizes us to take direct action to achieve the things we want in life. Heaven's reward fallacy is a wake-up call to anyone expecting life to be fair to them simply because they are these good citizens who are paying taxes and paying smiles to everyone they come across. And this is not just a theory. There are millions upon millions of examples where the good guy almost always finishes last to their more aggressive and self-serving compadres. Am I right? Is that how you say it? And in this video, we are going to address this issue. Not to destroy your industriousness or kindness, but to put your expectation for success elsewhere where you actually have the power to create results instead of manipulate. But before we do that, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, here on this channel I talk about how you can find your passion and go after it at any age, how you can find balance even at the most difficult times in your life, and how you can be happy with the things and the people you already have surrounding you. So if you're interested, make sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And give this video a big thumbs up to spread the message. Also, don't forget to check out the description box. I have links to my website, my new book, my social media accounts, and so much more, all tailored to help you become your best self. So check it out. Now, let's get to this topic. Point number one is to avoid martyrdom mentality. Avoid sublimating your own needs for the sake of others in hopes of being rewarded for it down the line. Don't waste your time and your energy thinking that it's somehow translating into some sort of this mystical gift from the heavens. You want to help people? Do it without any ulterior motives. Do it without making it about yourself in any way or engaging in self-denial. Because when you do this, there will be no more delusional takes about what you need to do to make your own goals a reality. You are not depending on your sacrifices, you are depending on your own work ethic and your own self-concept. You have to learn to separate these things because no amount of time and energy put towards being nice and a workaholic is going to translate to the results that you want to see, because this results, this goal that you have demands a different kind of sacrifice. It demands a different kind of work, action, because there is not much creativity in being nice and being a hard worker. You know, you could be doing the same things again and again and again, day in, day out, without much creativity applied to them. And when you're thinking about the things that you want, you know, you're hoping that you will be rewarded for these things, and you have this idea about what you want to have, and yet there is no action and there is no real plan of how to achieve these things, and you're just trying to manipulate the process, then it won't work. Because like I said earlier, these things, they need you to become creative. They need you to become open-minded. They need a different kind of mindset. And this is why you have to separate these two things. It doesn't mean that you don't have to be a kind person or that you don't need to work hard. It just means that when you're thinking about your goals and your dreams, you know, your rewards in life, there's just a different way of doing it. And the other thing is, when you are just simply hoping that you will get good things in life in the end just because you are good, it just means that it's just going to keep you from taking action. It's just going to keep you in this trap of just hoping and wishing and never taking action. And this kills your creativity. This kills the potential that you have to make these things a reality yourself. And you have that gift. You have a God-given gift of going out there and making something out of nothing. That is the power of our mind. That is the power of, knowing how to utilize our minds instead of using other means to achieve the things we want. So point number 2 is the hidden rewards. Avoid always associating your good in life with only the obvious rewards. Learn to see, observe, and show gratitude for the not so obvious ones as well. If you have an idea for a project or a business, there's your reward. If you have peace and a level of contentment with your work or your charity, don't ignore that. The problem is you have been programmed. You are just following a script. You're following the outside world on what should feel like an achievement for you. And this greatly decreases your contentment and also forces you to ignore the things that you already have in your life, all the good that you have in your life. And this is why it's time for you to really just open your eyes and see what is going right in your life, instead of hoping that one day you're going to be rewarded, one day you'll have this and that. What do you already have now? Gratitude is one way of multiplying all your blessings, and it's just going to help you keep a positive mindset instead of thinking that always your good is somewhere far away. It's always on the other end of wherever it is you are right now. It shows you that your rewards do not always come in the form of money or physical possessions. They come in the form of ideas and all these intangible blessings that you need to pay attention to. Because the problem is you are just so focused on these physical achievements, on the things that you can see, and you want to celebrate them, brag about them, but there are things that are more subtle, that are actually more important than all these things that you're obsessing about. And when you're thinking of your rewards from the heavens, you have to start looking into your health, your well-being, your peace of mind, your relationships, all these things that money can never buy, all these things that no toys, no physical possessions could ever replace. And when you start to notice all these blessings that are already bestowed upon you, all these blessings that you already possess, you are naturally going to be inspired to take action towards the things you want in life, and you're just going to realize that you are the bridge. You have always been the bridge between this intangible world of ideas and blessings, and transform them. The ability is within you to transform them into these physical achievements that you want, instead of being a bystander, hoping that your hard work and your good deeds are somehow going to transform themselves into these physical goals and dreams that you have. So now you realize that you are the alchemist. The ability, the capability has already been within you. And now, instead of hoping and wishing for rewards, you bring them to yourself by not giving away your power to some unseen entities. Point number 3 is to avoid instant gratification. One of the things that makes us impatient and unhappy with our incremental progress is the idea or the need for instant gratification. Because when we don't see results right away, then we turn to these distorted reasonings of, oh, but I've worked so hard, oh, but I've been such a good person, or I've done everything right. And this creates a deep disappointment by creating a feeling of being unfairly treated by the world. But if we can avoid the idea of instant gratification, then there will be no need for us to turn to our performance as the only way to achieve success, because that was never the way to achieve real success in life. It's always in the deep understanding of the entire process and our own self-concept, our own idea about what we're able to achieve, the trust that we have on ourselves, the belief that we have on our own skills and abilities. And all these things come to play when it comes to the things that we want to be rewarded for in life, and not just hard work. Because you could be working hard day and night without a break and not see real progress, or not even see the progress, the incremental growth and progress, because of that wrong or distorted self-concept that you have and the need for instant gratification. So in order to avoid the frustration and the delay, you want to take your focus off your sacrifices and your need for instant gratification, and instead focus on the blessings that you already have in your life and your own ability to transform these intangible ideas into your physical success. This way, you don't have to wish or hope for things to take place, for your success to happen out of nowhere, to appear out of nowhere, and instead you have control and you know when things are going to happen, because you're making sure every single day with your incremental growth being your focus and not this magical success that's going to appear out of nowhere. So that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below your ideas, thoughts about this concept, and see you next time.